Everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm going to be doing an update of a deck I have not profiled on this channel in a while, but we are going to be doing an update of the Toon deck. Yes, maybe hopefully we do Maximilian Pegasus Proud in this deck profile. I've changed a couple of things around since the last time I profiled it. The deck functions fairly well in link format for the most part because you're not relying upon the extra deck completely. In this build of the deck, you do use the extra deck for going for rank 5s and for rank 4s. But for the most part, you are mainly just using the main Toon combo play of Toon Dark Magician and Red Eyes, Toon Red Eyes. So those are your main two combo plays in the deck. But without further ado, let us get started. First off, we run our 2 Toon Dark Magician and our 2 Toon Red Eyes. Now, these two work in combination fairly well in the deck. Your main combo play of the deck nowadays. I should mention, however, I've seen different people run different ratios of this, like triple Red Eyes, triple Toon Dark Magician, and I tried that out recently just to see if the consistency was up to what I wanted to, and I found very quickly it could get very, very cloggy because the main way that you want to get Toon Red Eyes out in the field, if you guys are wondering, is you want to use Blackstone of Legend, and then if you have Blackstone of Legend in hand, and then you have the Toon Dark Magician Toon Dark Magician in hand, you special summon this out through Red Eyes' effect, pitch a card, search what you need, you know, all those cool little combo plays. So I found that 2 and 2 is the perfect ratio, but you could run maybe triple of this and double of this, whatever you want to run. But this is the ratio that works for me, and it doesn't clog, and that's the main thing. So 2 Toon Red Eyes and 2 Toon Dark Magician, they work together. Next we run 1 Toon Dark Magician Girl. You can bring her out through Toon of Red Eyes' effect. She's also a dark attribute, so you can pitch her with Allure of Darkness. Same thing with these. If you draw multiple of them, you could pitch one of them with Allure of Darkness. So I want to play Allure in the deck so I can get some draw power. So I like the 1 Toon Dark Magician Girl, and the fact that she can attack on the turn she's summoned, that's a bonus to boot. So 1 Toon Dark Magician Girl I have. My old Show and Jump promo. Next I run 2 Toon Cyber Dragon. We do run this guy. He's your special summoner, and he can also be tributed. So you special summon, then you tribute off a Toon Dark Magician Girl. I've done that once in a while. But also one of the main ways we use him is we use him to go into Infinity to help protect your boards and whatnot. So you're most of the time going into Cyber Dragon Infinity, and you may ask, how are you doing that, Seto? Well, all you need is 1 Toon Cyber Dragon, and you need 1 Instant Fusion in the deck. You run 2 Instant Fusions, so pretty much, I used to run 3 of these, but I found 3 got cloggy, so I cut it down to 2 of the Toons. So pretty much you go Special, Instant Fusion, bring out Panzer Dragon, here, overlay, because you have 2 Dragon Monster, 2 machines level 5 into Cyber Dragon Nova, and then overlay into Cyber Dragon Infinity. That is how that works, if you guys are wondering. So that is how that works there with Instant Fusion and Toon Cyber Dragon. He has multiple different things he can do, but I like him as a 2 of in the deck. You can easily search him out through Toon Table of Contents if you need to. So overall, good card to have in the deck. Then I run the mainstay of the deck, which is 3 Gemini Toon Elf. The reason we run her is because unlike the other ones over here, which pretty much everything else I've shown you so far, they rely upon tributes or special summon means to get out, which is a lot. So I don't like running the Toon Blue Eyes and other things. I like the Toon Gemini Elves, and I also like running 2 Toon Masked Sorcerer as well. So these are the last remaining Toons that we run in the deck. Toon Masked Sorcerer gives you a little draw engine. Some people like running 3 of it. I prefer 2. If he's dead in your hand, you have Allure of Darkness. That's why they're dark attributes. If you're looking at the deck profile, you're seeing, oh, there's a lot of darks in the deck that you can pitch with Allure of Darkness. And the Toon Gemini Elf is just a good, normal summonable monster that I can whip a card out of my opponent's hand when she gets the opportunity to attack. So that's why I like her as a 3 of. And then the 2 Masked Sorcerer, I like 2 of it because it's a draw engine once you have your board established. But the problem is they can't attack the turn they're summoned, because they have a summoning sickness built in. So you got your yin and your yang, but that's what I like running the ratios of the different types of Toons. Next up we have our 3 Blackstone of Legend. Like I said, you use this with your red eyes and you can recycle this fairly easily. And if it's dead in your hand, say you draw multiple of this and an Allure of Darkness, you just pitch 1, draw 2 more cards. Simple as that. But your 3 Blackstone of Legend, you want to run this as a 3 of, like I said, because your main combo play that Toons have nowadays is the red eyes. It revolves around red eyes, but you don't want to run more than 2 because it gets cloggy. But the 3 black stones, that's fine, because that is your engine starter to go into red eyes. Next up we run a little Summoner Monk engine. So like I said, you have your rank 5 engine with the Toon Cyber Dragon and Instant Fusion, but you also have your rank 4 engine, which works around with Summoner Monk and Card Guard. So Summoner Monk, pretty much you pitch a spell card, and a lot of spell cards in this deck could be dead at any point in time. Like as you can see there, a good chunk of the deck is spells. So if they're dead, I can pitch it with Summoner Monk. Say I draw multiple Toon Kingdoms and I only really need 1, just pitch it. Say I draw a dead Instant Fusion, pitch it. You know, to go into a rank 4. And then you bring out Card Guard. And you can bring out any other rank 4s, like I believe you can bring out, I believe off the top of my head, usually I go for Card Guard or another Summoner Monk. But I believe you can bring out Toon Gemini Elf as well. But the main 2 targets you have is either your other Summoner Monk or your Card Guard. And Card Guard gives you, when it's summoned, you get a Card Guard token, and then you can take that token off to put it on your Toon Kingdom. So you can protect your Toon Kingdom from being destroyed. So it can protect your Toon Kingdom and give you additional protection for your Toon Kingdom, which is nice to have, I guess you could say. So we run that, and then if you draw multiple of these, or if they're dead in your hand, you don't want to use them. Like I've been saying through the entire video, you have Allure of Darkness, don't feel afraid to just pitch them for draw power to get into your combo plays, especially if you already have an established board. Next we run our 3 Allure of Darkness. It is staple in this deck. It gives you a draw engine along with your Searcher of Toon Table of Contents. You have a 6 card engine to draw and search, which is pretty consistent to some degree for just a fun casual deck, because that's what this deck is. It's a fun casual Toon deck. Toons are not going to be super competitive, and if they are, amazing, but I doubt that's going to happen. But 3 Allure of Darkness is one of your main generic draw engines for the deck. We also run the 2 Instant Fusion, the 2 Instant Fusion. Now the Instant Fusion is over here because, like I said before, we use this with our Cyber Dragon, our Toon Cyber Dragon. So we can go into your different rank 5s, which you're able to do. So you can go into your Cyber Dragon Infinity, your Panzer Dragon you bring out with Instant Fusion. Then you can go into your Cyber Dragon Nova and into your Cyber Dragon Infinity. Or you can go into some other rank 5s like Terrace and Volcasaurus if you're trying to go for game. Or you could go for Constellar Pleiades, whatever rank 5s, other generic rank 5s float your boat you can go into, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. But that's the little combo play that you have with your double Instant Fusion. Next up we run our 3 Toon Kingdom. Toon Kingdom is essential to the deck. I know this is the most expensive thing to buy to play Toons. You need 3 Toon Kingdom. Hopefully this gets reprinted eventually one day soon, but until then you have to pay up for them because they're about $25, $30 plus, $30 plus sometimes for Toon Kingdoms. I've had these since the set came out. I bought them for like, I think, 15 bucks a piece because I knew I wanted to play this deck for fun. But 3 Toon Kingdoms, it gives you protection to your Toon monsters. It's essential to the deck and to its core strategy. So 3 Toon Kingdoms. Then we run 3 Comic Hands, so we can make anything a Toon. If you guys remember a couple of years ago, when they played this card in the... they were just doing a fun duel. They were streaming for YCS. YCS, actually, and they had what was it? Pegasus stole Winged Dragon of Ra from Merrick and made it Toon Winged Dragon of Ra. It was kind of funny, but beside the point, this is a very good card to get your opponent's strong monsters and take them, and then use them as Toon monsters that can attack directly. Especially if they put a lot of resources into one monster, this can be very helpful. So definitely 3 Comic Hand. It's essential to the deck. I also should mention, I know some people like running along with their Toon Kingdoms. They like running things like regular Toon World, just in case they don't get to this. But I found through draw power and search power, you're going to get to this card fairly quickly, so you don't need to run Toon World. The vanilla version of Toon World, actually. Next, I run 3 Toon Table of Contents, essential card to the deck. They've gone up in price a little bit recently, but yeah, I have my gold rares from back in the day. But 3 Toon Table of Contents, it's amazing. If you really want to, you can use Toon Table of Contents to search Toon Table of Contents to search Toon Table of Contents. You can do that. Preferably, what I like to do though is I like to just use one to search a card, and then if I draw into the other one, I can search something else that I need instead of just trying to thin my deck out by drawing Toon Table of Contents into Toon Table of Contents into Toon Table of Contents to search whatever I wanted to. You can go about that way, or you can just use them as generic searchers for whatever situation you need them for when you draw into them. So it's up to you to decide how you want to play them, but essential into the deck, it's a searcher for your tunes. Then for some one-ofs, which we'll go over right now, we run 1 Mimicat. You don't want to run more than this. Sometimes this is dead. You mainly run it for fun. It's a good card, but more than one of, don't run it more than one of. 1 Terraforming to search out your Toon Kingdom. 1 Upstart Goblin, draw power is good. Even though you're giving your opponent 1,000 life points to draw 1 card, you can easily take that 1,000 life points back once you get your, your combo plays and your board set up. You can easily get that 1,000 life points and take it away again. But you need to get to those combo plays and to those cards. So Upstart Goblin helps out in that aspect. And 1 Regeki just to clear my opponent's board. Pretty simple. For the traps, I run 2 Toon Briefcase. This is a searchable trap card, thanks to Toon Table of Contents. It's a very, very good card. Definitely run double of this. And then I also run 2 Storming Mirror Force. You could run Drowning Mirror Force. Quaking, I'm not too much of a fan of because we're in the Link era, but you could run Quaking. Or what I prefer is the Storming Mirror Force right now, and it works out fairly well. You can blow everything back and attack for games sometimes, or when they try to attack and inflict damage to kill you, you activate your Storming Mirror Force. Oh, it all gets sent back to your hand. It's non-targeting removal to some degree, so 2 Storming Mirror Force comes in handy. Onto the extra deck now, guys, we will go. So if you give me a second. We have our 2 Fly Girls, as I call them, my Skyla token and my Winona token, because they're my Fly Girls, they're fly. Next up, we got our Master Key Beetle. This is another way to help protect your Toon Kingdom. You can easily go through this, through Summon a Monk into Summon a Monk, or Summon a Monk into Card Guard, because that way what you can do is you can go to Master Key Beetle and protect your Toon Kingdom as well, or whatever side deck stuff you're putting in if you're taking it just to a locals. Your Castell, because it's multiverse, it can do multiple different things. You can run any other rank 4 that you really want to. I'm just testing out number 70 Malevolent Sins right now in this version of the deck. For your rank 5s, you can run whatever you want, but I choose Castella Pleiades, Terrace, Keeper of Genesis, and number 61 Volcasaurus. I also should mention, I forgot to mention this earlier, we also run the Utopia package. Utopia Prime, Utopia Regular, and Utopia the Lightning. These are useful for getting around big monsters your opponent may have. I once had a situation where my opponent went for Chaos Max, and I went into the Utopia package with a Summoner Monk, got over his big monster, and then proceeded to do my thing next turn. So that's how this is to help get over big problematic things. That's what this is for. Then we also run our Cyber Dragon package of 2 Nova and 2 Infinity. You will usually find yourself going for 2 Nova or 2 Infinity fairly often, actually. But you can run vice versa, whatever you need to. This stuff just got reprinted, so it should be fairly cheap for you guys to pick up on the down low. But 2 Nova, 2 Infinity. And lastly, we run our 2 Panzer Dragon, or Panzer Kampfhagen if you're from Germany. And pretty much he helps you remove stuff from back row and also helps you go for your Cyber Dragon plays. That's mainly what he's used for with your instant fusion target. But I hope you guys all enjoy that deck profile. I love playing this deck. It's a very fun deck to play, actually. Some parts are expensive to get a hold of at the moment, but hopefully they will go down in price with time. But I love playing this deck for fun. Pretty consistent at what it does. Hopefully we get more support, but The deck's fairly good as a fun just deck to take to locals and have some fun playing Toons and making your opponent's cards Toon cards. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoy this video, and until next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos. Take care, everybody.